Snapchat, a platform designed for fleeting moments, where images and messages disappear in an instant. It was a playful way to connect with friends, but what started as innocent fun would thrust me into a chilling true horror story that blurred the lines between the digital and the real world. One rainy evening, boredom drove me to open Snapchat and explore its features. Among the filters and stickers, I stumbled upon a new option called Vanish Mode. Intrigued, I activated it, and as I did, a sense of curiosity mingled with unease settled over me. The feature was simple. Any message or image sent using Vanish Mode would disappear after it was viewed, leaving no trace. I played around with it, sending silly photos to friends and watching them vanish before my eyes. But then, a notification popped up, a message from an unfamiliar username, X the Vanishing One. The message was simple. Do you dare to vanish? My heart raced, a mix of excitement and apprehension flooding my veins. The message seemed cryptic, as if it held a challenge beyond the ordinary. I replied, "What do you mean?" The response was swift. "Send a snap using Vanish Mode, and I'll show you." A sense of foreboding settled over me, but I couldn't resist the intrigue. I activated Vanish Mode and took a photo of my surroundings, the dimly lit room, the rain-soaked window. I hesitated for a moment, my finger hovering over the send button, and then I pressed it. The image vanished from my screen, leaving nothing behind. I waited for a response, my pulse quickening with each passing second. And then a message came through. "Now wait." I watched the screen, anticipation coiling in my chest. The seconds stretched on, and just as I was about to dismiss the whole thing as a prank, the screen flickered. The room around me seemed to warp, as if I was seeing it through a distorted lens. And then a figure appeared in the image, a shadowy silhouette that stood just beyond the rain-soaked window. My heart hammered in my chest, and I dropped my phone in shock. The figure in the photo seemed to move, its shape shifting and contorting as if it was struggling to maintain form. I reached for my phone, my hands trembling, but when I looked at the screen again, the figure was gone, replaced by the ordinary view of my room. Fear mingled with curiosity, and I messaged back, "What was that?" The response was chilling. "The Vanishing One seeks company, and you've just invited it in." A shiver ran down my spine. The words were ominous, a warning that I had crossed into unknown territory. But I couldn't deny the intrigue that had taken hold of me. I asked, "Who is the Vanishing One?" The response sent a wave of dread through me. A presence that dwells between realms, seeking those who dare to vanish. It feeds on your curiosity, your fear, and once it claims you, you'll be lost to the vanishing forever. The message was cryptic, and I felt a growing sense of unease. Was this all just an elaborate hoax, a story concocted to frighten me? Or was there something more sinister at play? As the days went on, I tried to shake off the unease that had settled over me, but the memory of that figure in the photo haunted my thoughts, and I found myself drawn back to Snapchat, to the Vanish Mode and the enigmatic user, X the Vanishing One. Late one night, unable to resist the pull any longer, I messaged the user, "What do you want from me?" The response was immediate. "A test of your courage, a journey into the vanishing." My curiosity outweighed my fear, and I replied, "How?" The instructions were simple. I was to activate Vanish Mode and take a photo of myself, then send it to X the Vanishing One. I hesitated for a moment, the warnings echoing in my mind, but then I summoned my courage and followed the instructions. The image vanished from my screen and a message appeared. "Close your eyes." I obeyed, my heart racing as I sat in the darkness, the seconds ticking by. And then, a sensation washed over me, a feeling of weightlessness, as if I was floating in a void. I opened my eyes, and the world around me had changed. I was standing in a forest, the moonlight casting eerie shadows on the trees. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and a sense of unease settled over me. I looked around, my heart pounding, and then I saw it. The figure from the photo, the Vanishing One. It stood just beyond the trees, its form shifting and contorting as if it was struggling to maintain substance. Its eyes, if one could call them that, were voids of darkness, and its presence radiated a malevolent energy that sent shivers down my spine. "Welcome to the vanishing," the figure hissed, its voice a chilling whisper that seemed to come from all directions. I tried to speak, but my voice caught in my throat. I felt trapped, a prisoner in a world that existed beyond the boundaries of reality. The figure seemed to feed off my fear, its form growing more distinct and tangible with every passing moment. "You sought the Vanishing One, and now you are its company. It continued, "You are trapped between realms, forever a part of the Vanishing." Panic surged through me and I tried to flee, to escape the clutches of this nightmarish realm. But no matter how fast I ran, the forest stretched on endlessly, as if defying the laws of space and time. And then, just as despair threatened to consume me, a voice echoed in my mind, a voice that sounded like my own. "You have the power to break free. Face your fear. Embrace the Vanishing." With newfound determination, I turned to face the figure. Its form wavered as if my defiance weakened its hold. I closed my eyes and summoned every ounce of courage within me, then opened them again, staring directly into the abyss of its eyes. As I did, a surge of energy pulsed through me, a force that seemed to emanate from the core of my being. The figure wavered, its form unraveling like smoke caught in a breeze, and then with a final, echoing scream it vanished, leaving behind only a sense of emptiness and a forest that began to fade. The world around me shifted again, and I found myself back in my room, my phone in my hand. The Snapchat app was open, the chat with the Vanishing One still visible, but the messages were different now. They were fragmented, as if they were fading away. "Thank you." The final message appeared, and then the chat dissolved into nothingness, leaving only a sense of bewilderment in its wake. Days turned into weeks, and the memory of that night continued to haunt me. Had it all been a dream, a figment of my imagination? Or had I truly ventured into the Vanishing, faced a malevolent entity, and emerged victorious? I deleted Snapchat, determined to distance myself from the enigmatic realm that had consumed my thoughts. But even now, as I recount this chilling true Snapchat horror story, I can't shake the feeling that there are depths of the digital world, and perhaps the real world, that remain unseen, untamed, and full of terrors we can't begin to comprehend. The Vanishing One taught me that curiosity can lead us down paths we never imagined, and that some stories are best left unexplored.